Okay. Oh, I've been talking to myself. God dog it. I'm still learning this live stream. Okay. God, I thought I was talking to myself. Okay. So anyway, let's get to the subject. It's been 42 minutes. It's supposed to start and I start early, so it's after 12 probably. I don't care. Let's get to the subject with looking black and having multiracial groups and having identity and how people experience this is okay. So I'm gonna have to remember everything I was saying. 'Cause I thought I was talking and I wasn't. The mic was not on. Okay. As a child growing up, okay, and us African American seeing people come in different skin tones and hair textures. And I was lighter than I am right now, okay, when I was a baby, and I got darker as I got older. I was spoiled about that too growing up as a kid. My hair is kinky, but it was kind of loose, curly. I see old baby pictures, and as a toddler, and so I remember dad do say like, "What happened to your hair?" My dad does say that, okay. And when I was coming up, I didn't know anything about race. I did see separation, but I didn't understand it. And when I went to school, and remember, my community came in every skin tone of the African American descendant community, and we saw people who was eye looking whatever to those who dark whatever, and that's how I was used to seeing. I used to seeing people come to the house who visit my family, this and that, and then have this cousin down family, whatever. So I never had this issue that all of us were pure. I just understand the difference. Did not understand that. So when what happened is when I started to talk to people, I went to his white school and he was Hispanic. And kids are not taught to be racist, but they're learning from their parents, whatever. And when we had an argument, the N word come up, and I didn't understand what that word meant. So until one of the white friends drew drew me, and he didn't put me in dark brown complexion. He put me in a pale complexion. Of course, I'm darker, but not too dark. And the Spanish dude that was there in the classroom was like, "Zach is black. Why you?" And the white dude says, "Yeah, but he ain't too black." And I was like, "What? That gotta be something." And I remember seeing, I'm trying to summarize everything on the mic. Um, Africans, and I remember acting like Trey's enemy in the movie Boys in the Hood. We ain't from no Africa, and they always mention the skin tone. So I knew that I wasn't pure black. And one time I was watching some movie or something, the commercials came in, they had Indians, the Americans, and I thought Indians was a character, not a race. And I said, "I'm Indian." And my dad said, "You have Indian blood." You're right. So like Indian blood. And so I realized, I said, "Okay, I'm mixed with Indian." So I knew I wasn't 100% black. Okay, I knew that. And I knew that by us having different skin tones and heritage in our community, that we would mix with something. So I was trying to investigate. I remember learning about Creoles, and as I looking brother was Creole, everything was Mexican, he was Creole. And my aunt was telling me that my grandfather who dark skinned, that it was people from Louisiana, it was Creole in the family tree, and this was true. So I'm a freedom fighter. I don't like people putting barriers based on race and shit. And I remember people would tell me I need to dance when we'll be I dance like a white boy. I remember hearing that shit. I talk white. I remember hearing it when I was as a kid, and I talk like a girl too. And I was like, okay. I remember people said that person got white but anybody. I remember hearing it as a kid. So trying to wind back to because I thought okay, so back in middle school, back in fourth grade, there was a girl I liked, okay, and she was white, identified, but she's mixed heritage as well, named American and Hawaiian. And I remember saying that I like her to somebody, and they said, "You like that white girl? Why you like a white girl?" I'm like, why does it matter? And I said, well, I'm black, but okay, well, I'm also mixed with Indian down the family tree, so why are we having this conversation? I ain't 100% black. You can look and tell I don't. Yeah, I got the kinky hair, lips. I ain't know about the features in, but at the hair, but my skin tone don't look like, people came out of Africa. Dark chocolate. I remember telling people that, and I got tired of people because people question my sexuality as a kid. I'm like, and I was in love with this girl because this girl, when I get bullied, she would come on my side. And, and I'm like, and I remember it was a discussion in the family because I have a relative, I'm going to mention who they are, here. They were dark skinned and they did not like the fact I liked this white girl, right? She is Native American and Hawaiian. And I was like, well, we're you and I don't have the same complexion. We look black to the world, but we don't look, what I'm saying? So what's the problem? You came out that way, but you also have mixed background too. And then you start to hear my grandma on my dad's side was talking about her grandfather. That's the one that has Native American. Her dad's dad was pure Choctaw, but they didn't tell me that my great grandfather was pure Choctaw and married to a white looking woman that was Irish, English and black from Louisiana. I saw on the ancestry chart that 2016. And until my grandma said that her grandfather had English aunts. I'm like, we got white blood on that end? Yep. So I'm like, what's the problem? Liking this white girl? I don't look white, but it's in my blood. And, I ain't know about slavery until 1989, and they talked about the raping part later on as I got older. So what really got me into identify with mixed heritage was the movie Queen. Alex Haley, Roots, Halle Berry playing Queen. And that really opened my eyes on Black History Month. And I remember watching it and I do my homework because I wanted to know about this. And I said, okay, we do come in different shades, so that's right in the family tree. And so let me go ahead and search what's in my background period. It doesn't matter. I talked to my grandma on my mom's side, and that's what she told me about the third grandfather. I learned later on he had a white mother. And my third grandfather died in 54. Of course, she didn't tell me all that, but I saw the records on ancestry.com. And she told me, it's my mom's mother, that they don't talk about the mixed heritage. I'm like, why? Because where I'm from, people bring it up about who they have, who in their family. What's the problem? Since I lived with them, I was open to tell people about it. And I remember telling people, yeah, my third grandfather, my third grandfather was half white, 3/4 white, whatever, white man. And soon as I said that, I remember some brother. That's why you got that white girl. You're a Peckerwood. You're ready. I remember hearing that in 7th, 8th grade. And I stopped being friends with that whole fake coon, fake friend did me dirty. Anyway, so, and it did hurt me, but now some told me, just like Sarah Jane was ashamed of her mother who was black, that would hurt him too. He's no longer here. My third grandfather, he died at 54, but 2 years before my mom was born. But that would hurt him too. Just like the one named Amerikkka, that would hurt him. You know, we can't have it both sides and say, oh, from a black relative in your family or ancestor, you don't claim that, but you reject. And then two, I remember having arguments with white kids who are racist. They go back to Africa. So hold up. I have an Indian, Native American blood. This is my country. You can go back to Europe. And you know what I'm saying? I remember hearing that, and I remember like every time we saw African American and we should have Indian family, but when you have these discussions with white people racist, they go back to Africa. Well, and we Native American, this is our land. That they shouldn't even tell us that. I don't give a damn. And people tell me white man says, you know, and I always try to look for solutions. I always try to go against the narrative that we need to stop having this victimhood and saying that it's going to always be that way when it's not. In 1990s, I started developing the multiracial identity at 13 years old. I talked to a lady who was that goes against racism back to white men. And she's Creole, darker skin tone. She was telling me that yes, we are this and that. I said, for real? Like in 93, I am African American, European American, for real? Yeah, okay. And I watched you talk about race mix, and you're always talking about you can't go with that person black. And I'm like, but we are mixed. And I used to get mad at the African American. I know about the white ones because they want to preserve their purity, but African Americans are different shades. We not pure black. Why you tell that man he can't go with that white woman? Why can't you tell that this sister gonna cheat white man? You shit, and you're always the rape in the family. And I always knew that third grandfather on my mom's side was not Olive. I knew in my heart, and it's funny in 2016 when I did the research, he had a white mom after slavery. In the Creole dad was passing as white in Texas. And so this is when they were talking about putting the multiracial category on the census, and I started supporting. I remember the first time I checked the multiracial category was on the ACT test, and other. I remember on my second job I put Black, white, and Native American on in American Indian, they say on the McDonald's application. Especially when finding out what Oprah Winfrey said that the one drop rule was no longer a law. I used to watch a lot of talk shows, and when Tiger Woods came out and said he's combination, Mariah Carey said she was mixed. Other people came out and said Tyson Bedford came out, he's darker than me, came out he's mixed, and so then more and more. It was a lot of people mentioning they were mixed with this and that's good. Foxy Brown, call her a China doll. She darker than me. She said she's mixed with Asian, where she is. And I said, okay, in 2000s, people gonna be claiming that mixed heritage. It's gonna be a melting pot, and people are going to acknowledge mixed heritage. And until the civil rights organizations, LULAC, NAACP, NASA, Rasa, American Indian Movement, Urban, the organization I support, these definitely organizations, they go against the rubbish category. Like, are you serious? I even give Maxine Waters a shot outside because she was one of the people that asked me to get the rubbish category. And I was subscribed to Interracial Voice with Charles Michael Burt. I would go to the library, read about mixed heritage history. Since I learned a lot about my multiracial background, not a lot, but here and there, and I was reading about what happened in slavery, what people who were famous had mixed backgrounds to get that vibe, and I did get told, "Oh, you're not mixed. You're black." And like I told when I said I was mixed, the family tree. Well, I don't want to be your friend, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be your friend either. I was picked on in school, and imagine the people that's telling you this, they picked on you back in third grade. In middle school, still trying to do it. So why would I try to please them? You know what I'm saying? So, and I was liking it too because the school was mostly white when I was growing up. It became mostly Hispanic, and you had ethnocentric people. The so-called black children and the white and Hispanic had a separatist mindset, and I did not like it because I'm sorry, if I like a girl and she have to be with any race, doesn't matter. I don't like nobody in my business telling me what to marry and who to date. I hate to be told what to do. You already know that. I don't like to be in a box and told what to do. So that's why, and of course, when I dated, I talked to girls because remember, it was a few sisters at the school, okay? And half of the sisters I already know. Some of us they like me, some didn't even want to date me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, then whoever I'm gonna date. You know what I'm saying? So it was mostly Mexican American girls, white girls in school, and whites became minority at the time. And I gotta have a girlfriend. So I heard, oh, why are you going with that Mexican girl? And I would mention, yeah, black, but I got this in my blood. I'm not 100% black, so I'm already screwed up. Why you telling me I can't date this? You know what I'm saying? And what if your child? Okay, well, if my child come out, first of all, it's already in the family. It's already in the family tree, so I can tell my child, okay, well, daddy got this and that and that. Your great grandfather this and that. Okay, and I'll make sure that child has a safe haven because if someone start calling them half breed, y'all know I'm very confrontational. I'm gonna mention, especially African American, you can't call about having somebody your family was mixed with something. You know what I'm saying? I'm always mentioning and shut everybody up because it's true. wasn't for the other person of other was mixed in the family tree, they wouldn't be here, right? They wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Okay, so my parents and our parents not purely black, so why are we claiming it because of white? Well, I remember a relative of mine was saying the white man said the one drop rule, and it's like the same white man that you say you hate, you let him run you. I didn't understand that. You let him determine who you are. And they were so adamant, like it's like you was on a plantation, you trying to be free, and they was trying to say, "Oh, master say you can't be." You know what I'm saying? It felt like that, which it is of the slave rules, slave master's rule. But a lot of us, and I would always argue about what I dated or wanted to talk to, not because they were white or Hispanic. The school then had to meet African American people, and if this girl liked me, and she was cool, she was a hot girl, come in, she happened to be Latina. I like her because she's hot, not because she's Latina. And next thing they'll start telling me, you why you like, and I don't like people in my business, okay? I don't like to be told what to do and what I'm supposed to eat. And I hate that. I'm very rebellious. So that's why that I'll mention many times, okay, I may be black to you, but I do have other races in me, and that makes me not pure black. So I'm do have that in the bloodline. If I talk to this other girl, that's already in there, you know. So when the multiracial category was supposed to be in the census, and I was supported, and I did reach out to Charles Michael Bird when I was a teenager. I gave him a poem. One of the poems I had written, I gave it to a poetry contest about my multiracial background. I gave articles on interracial voice, and I wanted to contribute to it, but I didn't. I was going to get my life together, trying to get away with my grandparents, go through a lot of different situations and became grown. But I stay in touch with the interracial voice. And so they did include, because interracial voice, like Charles McWhorter, everybody thinks like he's seen anything Italian or Hispanic. His dad was white, his mother was black and American. He was a vet. He was 2 years older than my dad. Because my dad born in 1954, he was born in 52. So Charles Michael Bird would be on talk shows, and that's how I learned about his interracial voice. The talk shows talk about interracial relations and whatever back in the 90s. And I finally got a chance to contact him. I had access to the phone and stuff, and long distance calls and stuff. So I remember talking to him. I told him I am, and he was happy that I supported his movement. I didn't lie nothing about my heritage or what I look like. So I always had that strong streak that about my background. And what people would tell me, even I never forget, I didn't get this job, and his brother, was he lying to me? I think he was. His other sister, she was lying to me. She said, they was like, yo, I put black on my applications. They told me, that's why you have a job. I'm like, well, I do want to work, but I'm not denying my heritage for nobody. I'm not doing that. It's not in my spirit to deny my heritage, okay? Because that's who I am. And then I embrace it, of having that bloodline family tree. So, especially the Native American part. I mean, of course, I love the African part and the European part, but the Native American part because I'm in North America and I used to get into arguments with white people, racist. But I go back to Africa and I tell them, excuse me, Chata in my blood, this is my land, go back where you come from, okay? So, I love to say that. I don't care which, I don't care what you are. You know, like say that shit. Gotta go back to Africa. Like, take your pictures back to Europe. I'm European too, but damn, I'm not going to Africa unless I choose to go to Africa, and I have Native American blood. And it was here before Columbus came here, so you can't tell me to go back to no damn Africa. No offense to Africa, it's like it is. So I used to get mad when I see on talk shows, go back to Africa, the Nazi clan. I'm like, you tell me. I said, can y'all tell these assholes y'all mix with Cherokee, Choctaw, like, tell these motherfuckers, but then, our people mentally are weak. They let people dominate them. I said, I don't want to, like, live like that. And we're really motivated by Carrie Shamar Moore, Tyson Belford, Leland Foxy Brown came out, that she speaks with Asian. Tiger Woods, a lot of other people who came out and said they're multiracial. You know, I mentioned Tia Carey. I remember that Tia Carey. She played Wayne's World, and I remember she said she's a melting pot. And one of the Sunday newspapers said that she was Spanish, Filipino, um, Chinese, Hawaiian. And I said, wow, they really are pushing this, like saying this person in blood. Like Cameron Diaz. Like, how I know that Cameron Diaz was part English, German, and American mom and Cuban. The magazines on saw magazines back in '94 mentioned that she was mixed. And so she looked white, but she is mixed. So I said they actually are telling this celebrity got this and that in their blood. I said this will be the future because I have, So that's what motivated me about multiracial heritage, like telling what I mixed with urban when combination golfer won that my masters back in '97. I was happy. Oprah Winfrey defended him and showing he won drop Tiger Woods. It's no local law. And then, like I said, in '97, I put my application for McDonald's, put black, white, and American Indian. When the ACT said multiracial category, I said, checking that box. I put other on my ACT test. It felt good that year. So I was I want to denying, your heritage for other people. They the one sadly went against it. Yep, they went against it, and Bill Clinton and Sister Bill had to say check more. They said people mix ancestry. Houston, 97 check more than one box. Yes, because you don't realize that 1996 in July, and Charles Michael Brown was there. Racial Voice, they had a march, right? A year after the V-Man March, with Firecon hijack, and they had a march, multiracial solidarity march in July of '96. And I'm like, dang, I wish I could go, but I ain't had no transportation. I was 16 years old. So I said, they really gonna put the multiracial category back in 2000? And Bill said, yes. I can't wait to check that box. There's two races more, and I did check. It was a tough one. My favorite about it, but I said, I don't care. I'm putting black and baby. You want to make really hard since care about 20 years off the problem, So for years, I would put other black, white, Native American, whatever. I know about the Hispanic rules of Louisiana. Applications, but excuse me, I don't deny my heritage. I would have to tell the person, well, no, I can check black, white, Native American, it's my legal right. So I've been checking it until 2016. I started knowledge the Spanish roots of my family and then my so movie queen, learn about here and talk to relatives about my multiracial background. I was in school online. I was taking classes online, going to college online while I was also working. So I got my income tax check that year, 2016, got my refund. And I was working with other check refund. Okay, receivers check, and let's just give me income tax. So let me go ahead and ensure.com and update my profile because it's since 2000. And I still have the answers, just I add more on there that the family told me about. To remember their names. Yeah, I use familysearch.org. Found out that the third grandfather had a white mother. I was shocked. But I thought he was a slave master child. No, he wasn't. He won 1870s. 1870s. Yep. He won 1870s. That's after slavery. So his mom was white. Dad was 19 Creole, but I couldn't find his records because or here she said he was Creole, but the mom was white, so that meant that his dad passed as white to argue with this white woman, right? Before their mother, the Bug family. And when I found that out, one thing, my inbox and my email, answer.com, I put both my mom and dad's ancestry on there. The green leaf pops up. I found out a lot of DNA, a lot of information, because remember, when it comes to genealogy of African American and Native American, they didn't respect the African American anymore unless she was in Louisiana with a Catholic church that actually put the slaves' names on there. But when it comes to the African American, the white people in the family tree, that's why white people will respect it. That's how I found out that she was Irish English because other white people was related to her on the ancestry.com chart. I was able to trace Edna Bug, that's my sixth grandmother, my fourth grandmother, you know, heritage from her living in Texas, because she wasn't from Texas, from Texas, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, and Virginia. In New King, Virginia, that's where my 10th grandfather came from Suffolk, England, to New King, Virginia, and his daughter, Sarah Bug, that's my ninth grandmother, and my ninth grandfather, Samuel Bug. Sarah Bacon, okay, Emma Bacon is my 10th grandfather. The ninth grandmother is Sarah Bug. So Sarah Bug was her married name. Bug, excuse me. Bacon was her maiden name. Samuel Bug was my 10th grandfather, my ninth grandfather. They got married at St. Peter. That's all on the record. St. Peter Parish in New King, Virginia. And Nathaniel Bacon is my cousin because Edmund Bacon, my 10th grandfather from England, was related to Nathaniel Bacon, the Bacon Rebellion, and also Nathaniel Bacon, the governor in Virginia. So when I saw that, I said, whoa. And I thought it was so Instacom kept inboxing me saying, have clues. Of course, on my dad's side of the family. But I was shocked to find out on my mom's side of the family that I could trace the roots from Texas all the way to England, 1590. And it was shocking. I said, whoa. In 3 days back in February of 2016, I never forget that. Never forget that. And so I thought my cousin also too, who's dark skinned, that's the one married to a Hispanic woman in Florida. He's my mama's cousin, but see, my great grandfather was born out of an affair. Okay, so my great grandfather, my mother's my mother's grandfather on her mom's side, Grandpa Red, his father was already married. The one who's the third grandfather's son. Okay, in Spanish Creole because Anna, that's the black Spanish Creole. Her father was a Real, and the third grandfather, like a white man, his name was Sam too. They was married and they divorced. Okay, so Gilly, I'm gonna tell all my family business. Gilly is my second grandfather. He was married and he had an affair, and that's how my great grandfather was still living came out. Okay, that's my great grandmother's father. Okay, on my mom's side, excuse me. So my dark skinned cousin, who's also mixes black, Spanish, Creole, and Irish, who has the last name, um, was saying, "Who is this person here?" I said, "Well, that's my great grandfather. Your grandfather, whoever it is to this my second grandfather, did have an affair, but I wasn't there. I remember we got to argue about that. So I didn't want to talk about first before we got to a cousin. He was trying to holler at the white cousins, and I told him straight up. I said, the ones who racist, I don't want to talk to them. I already live in the hood, but by the thugs, I already playing thugs. But so one time, something I was curious. I saw one of the cousins on the white side of the family, but it wasn't a white. I thought he's Asian, and I thought it was white. I said, "Got the nose was white." I said, "They got to get that back in." So I said, "Look, I'm so and so, Zach, this and that, my name. I'm your cousin. I'm the one who's on the side of the family tree. If you don't want to meet me, it's all good. But I live in the Houston area." So they said, "How you doing, cousins?" And that. So one time I said, "I live in such and such area," and it's I go ahead and said at the time it was in the third ward. But I said, "Oh my God, my white cousin coming here on the train. Let me go ahead and stop this right now. Like, I want So I was trained at the U of H. That was after I had worked for the Kendrick Lamar concert. Yes, security over there. While I was working at Mason, I had, like my main job was Mason. I had three jobs on the side. Anyway, so my cousin texted, okay, and I'm thinking it's a white dude coming over to by U of H, with shipping donuts. But third one, no, it happened to him in the airport. I sleep on the bus and go right there by Burger King that Tuesday after the March Madness with Jamar. He comes out and I'm like, wait, he makes too? He don't look white. He's hearing impaired. I thought it was catfish. He texted me. I didn't tell you I was adopted. I'm like, what? No, but my mother is your cousin, and my sister's from the white women. Okay, so he had a book of the white. We went to Shipley's, Burger King, and then we went to Subway. Right, these used to be behind FedEx in downtown on the train. And before they closed the Subway, or was it Travis? That's Smiler, right? Okay. In Rusk. He showed me the family, and I saw the white kids, especially his sisters on the pictures. He already told me it's a redneck family, but was texting before we met in person in April 2016. I saw the white relatives. The sister has my mama round face, not the thin one, the big one. She has my mama's my color, camera like me. Okay. She has my mama's round face. I said, oh my God. I said, she don't look like my mother. Like, she not that color. She's my complexion. Because my dad's darker than me. I said, she has my mama round face. Weird. Like a white woman with my mama round face. He put his hearing aid on. So I found out we had, white clean folks. And he was saying this, one of the white cousins of mine married to a black man. I said, well, let them know that, they have, mixed race black relatives, you know what I'm saying? And so it's weird. And I was happy to meet, I haven't talked to, I want to say his name, Michael, in a long time because my phone got messed up back in 2016. I had to go to T-Mobile and change it, and they couldn't get all the memories, so I lost his number. And we talked to Michael. What's his name? And he's not my genetic cousin because he's Asian, but the white kid folks that adopted him are my long distance. I met the other white kid folks that's on that side family at work. Okay, so that's 2018 at mid-May. And I remember when I was researching the ancestry, I felt that a puzzle piece was in place. Like this, when I researched the 1590 England, I felt that the soul, the part of my spirit was complete. Like, this is who you are. Yeah, you don't look like, but this is part of who you are inside. Like, God was telling me that. I'm trying to sound, weird or something. And I did feel complete, but I did find out because it traced it. Like, the thief of that ancestry.com's chart was telling the email, like, you got this clue here, and it's with other white relatives on ancestry.com that's related to me from that ancestor. And I was able to trace the lineage of Grandma Etna from Texas, Alabama, where she was born, Georgia, and Virginia. And the Irish part of her, that's her sixth grandmother. My sixth grandmother, excuse me, that's her paternal grandmother. So I was able to trace the lineage, and it really opened a door in my soul. I felt it's weird because I always celebrate St. Patrick's Day too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I've been Irish all this time. You know what I'm saying? And actually, that's what you know, it's English and Irish. And they showed me white relatives of mine, you know, on the paper. But I met my own cousins, and that's the one who was married to her ex-husband, was related to Sam Houston. And when I mentioned the Bug family, was this is 2018. It was in the spring. It's before, because I quit Andy Frame in June. I showed it because it was toxic. I don't like toxic work. That's why I like toxic environments. Okay, if I don't work, I work in peace and everybody get along. But it was a lot of toxic energy, negative energy at Andy Frame services. And I did one day at the World Series 2017, and the Platinum Security got lost their contract. I'll never forget that. So we started working at Minute Maid, and it was already we worked at U of H games, we worked at TSU when U of H reborn. They basketball stadium for UH games. Rice University. I worked there with the Darsky brother, had a sexual harassed me at the truck stop in December 2017. I have already been to the white man talking about they can cause the N-word. Me and got into about that, back in August, 2017 before I turned 38. I was going through a lot with that company, Andy Frank Service Security. I'm glad I left. And my cousin in that spring, it had to be spring, right, of 2007, 18. That's why I met the white cousin. That's my family. We hugged each other, and the two sisters who gave me hell at the workplace was laughing, and I didn't care because that's my cousin. And I didn't care. They are uneducated and older than me, dumbasses. But I didn't care because this white woman down the family tree is related to the Bug family. Least was treat respect, sister. You supposed to treat respect. I supposed to treat respect too. I mention, but you don't know how to do that. And I haven't seen her in a while since I quit that company because it was. I'm not lying. We had the Astros games. It was toxic. No, I'm not lying. I ain't even about to cry because it was so much drama in that doggone place. And also, let me put something out there too. Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod was at the game one time. Yep, my one of my supervisors, she a white woman married. She's married to a Pacific Islander with a Spanish last name. She was saying she was in the restroom, and the next stall, no joke, Jennifer Lopez was there, and me and me, no joke. She told me that. And I said, I love you. I was like, I do love Jennifer Lopez. I mean, everybody was eating food upstairs. We were all laughing. But I haven't seen my white cousin, female, the one that's related to the Bug family, in a while. I hope she's doing okay. She's an older white lady. But I didn't care about people laughing. I didn't because what's the point? That's like saying someone too dark is your cousin, you're not accepting them. It's the same damn thing, But I acknowledge my heritage. And I'm glad that I acknowledge my heritage. I don't care if people don't respect it. That's what this difference between me and other people who come from like the union, interracial relationships, because they were looking inside, they had to top pass or something. Me personally, I people see me as black, and yes, there's different shades, because in our community because of race mixing. But I always been a person that's been different, dare to be different. I don't like to be the average Joe. Never have. I love being unique and different. And so, like I said, I didn't care about people laughing about me. That's my white cousin. I didn't care. Actually, y'all some toxic, cuss assholes at that company. So why would I ever care about what they think about me? I don't even want to be in the same facility with them. I haven't, and then we have a cousin that's on here too. Rachel. She's also multiracial, and she also related to the Bug family, and she did comment on that. So I hope one day we'll meet because she do live in Houston. I don't know what she's mixed with, but she's on on the white side of the family tree, and she's related to me. She did some relative. You see her in one of my videos recently. I talked about that she won a DNA. That's who she is. I haven't met her in person, but yes, I'm related to Lithea Bacon due to the Bug Bacon family because my fourth grandmother was a Bug, and she did marry a Creole man passing as white. Then on Inch.com, she remarried again to a white man. And my third grandfather had a sister who's white, and she died. According to I saw on Inch.com, the white grandmother died in San Antonio in 1940s, and she was in her 80s, I believe. Yeah. So I do have cousins, like I say, but me personally, I don't get offended when people don't like it because, like I say, I'd rather tell the truth and be different than to be lying to people about this and denying my heritage and being a people pleaser. I'm not a people pleaser. I never, it's just I'm a self pleaser. I'm not selfish. I do have compassion for other people, but I don't like to live for other people and please them. And that's why I'm very like string about this multiracial identity because I don't want to be a person that does give people what they want for their own personal selfish needs. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, I did instant message my Asian Dr. cousin on that side of the family, and he hasn't responded yet. But yeah, my phone got messed up. I never get to 2016. I went to the T-Mobile store. I had T-Mobile phone then, and me and the Spanish dude, I'm sorry, he was being too sarcastic. I don't like them sarcastic people. I'm like, can I get my phone tomorrow? I'll be late for work. I need it, you know what I'm saying? And I was late for work because they was trying to give me a runaround the whole time the phone comes. In Scott Street right there, where HEB used to be at, yeah, OST and Scott. So that's where I got my trying to get the phone, and the data of that phone had my cousin's phone number on there. And so I haven't talked to Mike on me business since 2016 because I had to text him because he's hearing impaired. The short Asian guy with glasses, and that's like I said, his white adopted family is my cousin. I am talking to Miss Houston, my cousin. He's just having to tell our business. That was because her husband is related to Sam Houston since 2018. So was that Mid-May Park. And these two Angel mamas at the job was laughing like, look, y'all can care for the white racist people, and we did have white racist man, John. I'm sorry to mention his name because I couldn't stand the old bastard because he was trying to want to drop me. See, another company, I can't mention the name, didn't want to breach a contract working security. It was Super Bowl season. So I was trying to get extra money. So I tried to go to platinum security. It extra money working the Super Bowl at the time here in 2017. And I said, dude, I don't deny my heritage. And I contact the HR of platinum security. I said, excuse me, I might look black to you, but I traced my roots to England. And the white one said, what? Yes. I said, my background is Black experience, Creole, and I talked to a lawyer about this, and they American as well. And I talked to a lawyer about this a long time ago. The lawyer, white lady, told me, she said, since 2000, listen, y'all, one drop rule is not law anymore. Since 2000, since year 2000, since allowed people to check more than one box, every American has a right to, this our rights, have a right to identify what they want identified. They said every government and state agency and local agency has to follow that plan or there's a lawsuit. Yep. Lawyer. Yep. There's no joke. A lot of people don't know that. I know that. So when people talking about, well, you can't check you falsify. I'm not falsifying nothing. I'm going by what my moves. You got people who might claim what's in their bloodline that's not there, whatever, but I claim what's in my bloodline that I research. And I don't make up lies. Choose. Lies hurt people. And trust me, I'm very truthful. Very truthful. People say, you tell all your business. I'm very truthful. I'd rather tell the truth. So that's why I don't sit here. I'm very extreme about telling people, hey, I'll make this shit up. I'm not a people pleaser. I can care less if folks look at me as such and such. They gotta learn to respect me as an individual. They don't have to accept me. Just learn to respect me as an individual. That's the point with me going after Louis Gelato. I don't want his acceptance. I couldn't be friends with that dude. I couldn't. I couldn't hang out with something like that. There's plenty of people, including mixed identifiers, who didn't accept me as mixed, and I didn't want to talk to them in the room. Like I don't know. I couldn't rock. I don't know. I didn't want to talk to you because that's my blood. I'm not checking. I'm not sitting here rejecting my blood just to please a couple of people who don't like it. Because I'm not a people pleaser. I've never been. I always been. People realize I'm only child. So before my cousin came to the world, I got all the attention. You know, I was in a toxic family as well. We had toxic situations. So I never been a person that wants to please people. And I always had like I was picked on, in the neighborhood, and I had to be my own person. I couldn't, I was trying to be friend with everybody, but when they did me dirty, it was not pretty. And I'm very emotional about that. So I don't like people to hurt me. So I always had like this thing to have in my way. You know what I'm saying? The hell with everybody else, let me have my way. That's how I am. So a lot of people don't realize that. But to anybody that looks black or black enough or whatever, and people have an issue with that, don't hang with those people. I don't hang with people. I wish the blues should stop thinking that I'm trying to kiss up to his ass. I don't need his kissing up. I don't need nobody except me. What I don't, when I see videos that are very racist, stereotypical, and it influence culture, that's what I'm attacking. Okay, not him. Don't want to be him. Very happy who I am. Yeah, I might change my looks. That's my body. Okay, they're not entitled to tell me what goes on this body. Okay, but I am proud of myself. I do what I want to do. People who are proud of themselves do what they want. They don't live for other people. People in people's business and trying to live. That's the one who's not proud of themselves. Okay, so that's why I notched my hair. Like I said, when I was growing up, African people came every color. People who identify as black. We had people like white folks in our neighborhood. So I was used to hearing that someone this was white looked like what was black. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. So I don't like, for example, when I hear about people make fun of mixed race people in the black community making fun, I'm like, what's the point y'all making fun of them? We mix. We full blown black people. We all look alike. You didn't have no topic about hairism. See, in Africa is tribalism. We're talking who have, and that she was in the east part of Africa. We're talking about in West Africa. All of them dark, kinky hair, dark brown. Dark chocolate, kinky hair, big lips, and wide nose, dark eyes. So there was no colorism, hairism. Okay, that's when we start mixing over here, and our gene pool got mixed up. So anyway, right now I'm getting tired. I'll do another live stream and talk more about this. But no, we need to start allowing people to tell people, look, respect people's mixed heritage. Stop telling people who they are. That's not your business anymore, okay? Because the law said we can check them in one box. We can identify. You don't have to be in the same social circle as us. Just respect our rights and move on. That's the only thing that I'm for. And I'm for separating against people who don't accept it, no matter what color you are. If you're proud of your bloodline, you should be able to say, hey, you're not my friend anymore. Go ahead and reject me. I'm not your friend, and move on. But to make fun by someone's hair and skin, and yes, I did get, make fun of the other fools. I don't make fun of people who lighter than me or darker. But when you start playing the colorism shit, I'm gonna go in with you on that. Okay? I'm serious. And you can't make be Time Magazine OJ Simpson with me, okay? Because I'm not too light and I ain't too dark. You know what I'm saying? And remember, they darkened OJ Simpson's color on Time Magazine and not Newsweek when they mugshot because they know he might identify as black, but he has mixed blood. And it was like, okay, you might thought because you have camera complexion, you this white woman, we gonna darken you up and make you the thug that nigga that you are. I know exactly what saying that Time magazine when OG still got locked up and got this mugshot in '94, and people we all got upset about that. I did too. So that's why. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna talk later on, and I hope one day we'll have some more people come in, and we'll have a discussion about mixed heritage and looking black or looking anybody. I'm not with just. I would like to include like a diverse crowd, and we will talk about our experiences, how people say this and that. Because at the end of the day, to those who do look more black or look black, please stop pandering to people who don't accept your mixed heritage. Please do. Okay, reject them, people. Reject them. I don't be friends with. I don't want to be friends with somebody who don't respect me. I don't want to be friends with anyone who don't respect me. I'd rather be alone than to deal with drama and put on a mask that you're pure black and pass as pure black. We're not pure black. We're mixed. And regardless if people see us black or not, it's our gene pool. We have a right to acknowledge. Okay? And like I say, I don't care about ignorant people. It's when they start taking personal attacks on us. That's when I have an issue. But if they say, I want to be a friend, like I told one brother, cool. I ain't gonna be your friend either. And white folks too. White folks gave me a look. Oh, before I go, when I was working in Andy Frank, I got to talk about this. So this white woman. I'm putting on blast. She worked at U of H in the club section. Big white girl, born 1980 something. Okay, early 80s, 81, 81. And she acted all nice and she said, yeah, my family at Texas, Alabama, Virginia, and Georgia. I said, what? I said, no offense. Please don't get mad. I'm mixed up too. I said, my fourth grandmother was a white woman, and her family was a bug family. They came from Alabama to Texas, and they married my grandfather, who was grandfather was passing as white. And you said Texas, Alabama, Virginia, and Georgia. Who's talking about wrestling, right? The old wrestling back in the mid South wrestling, right? Wrestling. And she gave me this look like, ugh. And I'm like, okay, white woman. And I'm in my head thinking, I know you're not in this and kin folks, bitch. I can't cuss at work. I'm ahead saying, bitch, move on. I don't like you either. You know what I'm saying? So and she took it personally. Showed it back in 2017 after Hurricane Harvey. It was November. It was at the Cougars game. Yep, the Cougars game. It was upstairs in the club area at U of H, University of Houston. And she looked at me, and I'm like, in my head, said, okay, white woman, bitch, go out of my face. Because I'm not denying my heritage. You don't have to accept me. I don't accept you. Because I learned when people don't accept you, it's good. You know, and that's what I'm saying about the dude and the other like, dude, stop thinking I'm just jealous or what. I ain't no jealous. I learned to learn myself, learn to be my own individual, learn to be different, and learn to be on my own. And don't like things my way in my life. There's nothing to be jealous of. And if I do want to fix my hair, I can get that done. You know what I'm saying? If you got it on your head, regardless if it's natural or not, excuse me, it's on your head. What's the point of being jealous? Okay, it's not self-hate. Everybody has a right to express themselves. Like I defend what's the name wearing dreadlocks. Talking about Justin Bieber, he has a right. He not culture. He not racial style. Racial proper. What's culture appropriate? No, he not. Let him wear dreadlocks. Shoes. I'm for people to do whatever they want, and people in mind their business. Stop trying to tell somebody what to do. Those ones who don't have no love for themselves. They're too busy with other people's business, being busy bodies. Nosy up in your business. Ain't got no life, man. Go on about your business. So, but yeah, true story. I never forget that when I was working in Andy Frank's services security I worked at Rice University and I worked at U of H. And it was it after Halloween or before Halloween? Because I wanted to act a ride too in the Halloween honey house at the club at the bar on the side. I missed the world there making all that money. Right at this job here and there. I love the acting part because I was scaring people. But no, white woman looked at the big white woman looked at me like, what? And I'm like thinking, and so I couldn't like cuss, can't get disrespected, I gonna get fired. But I was like, bitch, get out of my face. I know you're racist. See, I was all good before I told you my bloodline. So do you understand? That's how I am because I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not. I do not like people. I don't. Now, me as an entertainer, giving people a crowd of entertainment, yeah, but to actually my personal life and be some expectation to somebody else, no. I live my own expectations. Okay, and I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not a collective person, and it's sad that in the African American community, I'm not us against like-minded people with respect and common sense come together. Ratchet, acting a fool, keep your distance. However, it's sad that we don't respect individuality in the African American community. I do because I believe that people should be their own person. It's actually debunk stereotypes. And I'm an individual as a person. I'm a nonconformist. I don't like to go along with the crowd. I can't stand going along with the crowd. So that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good day, good night, sleep tight, and I'm about to leave this chat. Thank you.